Public interest meeting for a freight rail line saw high attendance as local officials discussed an upcoming feasibility study for a freight rail line service to San Juan County. Mark your calendars for the Aztec Highland Games this weekend, a trip to Scotland without leaving the country, and become a CASA volunteer with Child Haven to help disadvantaged children and youth in your community. You're watching the Local News Roundup, brought to you by Three Rivers Brewery and Ute Mountain Casino Hotel. I'm Haley Upsall. During two public meetings, the Four Corners Freight Rail Study team discussed plans for a feasibility study for the development of a freight rail line in San Juan County. The project, which has been discussed for 50 years, would link San Juan County to the Interstate 40 rail corridor from Chicago to Los Angeles. The project would consist of a 90-mile rail spur from San Juan County to the Interstate 40 rail corridor, an estimated cost run from $350 million to $500 million. The feasibility study, which will be financed by a $2 million federal grant, will look at possible locations for the rail spur, as well as who would own the spur. Over 100 people came to the meeting. A next step for the projects is to talk with representatives from the Navajo Nation to discuss the possible impacts of the freight rail line, which would travel through the Navajo Reservation. For more information about the freight rail study, visit 4 cornersfreightrail.com. Child Haven Inc. has announced training to become a CASA volunteer. CASA, which stands for Court Assigned Special Advocate, are volunteers who are appointed by a children's court judge to speak in the best interest of abused and neglected children. The commitment is 1 year long and around 6 to 10 hours a month. CASA volunteers meet with their assigned child once a month and are asked to attend any meetings and court hearings that pertain to the case. The first pre-service training will begin on October 4th. To learn more about being a CASA volunteer or to sign up, call 505-325-5358 or send an email to advocatecoach@childhavennm.org. Come join the fun at the Aztec Highland Games and Festival this weekend, October 1st through October 2nd at Riverside Park in Aztec. Festivities include the famous Highland Games, as well as Celtic music, food, vendors, and the notorious haggis. The festival runs from 9 o'clock a.m. to 6 o'clock p.m., both Saturday and Sunday, and is a family-friendly event. A weekend pass is $20 for the experience. Children under 12 years get in free. For more information, visit AztecHighlandGames.com. That's it for this week's Local News Roundup. I'm Haley Upsall.